Good evening, everybody. Let's do a quick audio and sound check. How's everybody doing? How's all the Bears out there? How's all the Bears fans? JD, Hogue, Andre, how are you guys doing? It's a great, not the best day to be a Bears fan. There you go. I look orange. Let's see. I don't know why I would look orange. Let's see if some adjustments. Should be good. Should be okay. Bad reverb. See the Browns lose today? Hey, only football team I care about right now is the Green Bay Packers beating those Chicago Bears. Maybe it's the blue shirt. I don't know. But here we are. Welcome to Slow Markets. Let's get going. It's Sunday night, Monday's price action. And in the YouTube chat is our Topstep risk disclosure. Everything that I go over is not financial advice. It's for education only. It's not a signals class. And go Packers, right? Dan Emmons, go Pack, go. I'll be with the team on December 20th. We're going to be hanging out, maybe watch the Packers Bears game for a rematch. They definitely need it. It's going to be interesting. Going to be fun. And what a week we have this week. A week ahead. It's a full week, obviously. We'll talk to it when we get there. But today is December 7th. It's already December. Almost the end of the year. And you can see Monday, it's not too crazy of a Monday. We don't have too much information coming out. We have, honestly, really not too much. Not much on a Monday. But Tuesday, this is going to be a big one. U.S. job openings. U.S. JOLTS job openings. It's going to be a big one for a Tuesday. But the Super Bowl of the week is going to be the FOMC rate statement. That's what we're going to be looking at. That's what this market should be. All eyes on the FOMC rate statement. Not only the rate, are they going to cut interest rates? Are they not? Right now, it's heavily tilted that they will be cutting interest rates. It's not guaranteed, but that's where it's really tilted towards that. But then even maybe even more important, the press conference. The press conference 30 minutes after the statement coming out with Powell addressing the rates. So that's going to be a big day Wednesday. TopstepTV is going to be having a watch party. Tune in. I love watching TopstepTV during that. It's live commentary. You're going to see the team, what's going on, how the market's reacting, how we look at it, how we view it. And then right after that, Thursday, we have jobless claims, and some Fed speakers. So we have a busy week ahead of us, a good week for traders. And let's dive into it, shall we? I'm going to do the regular top-down analysis, as we always do. It is Sunday night here for me. It's an hour-long session tonight. Typically, it's an hour and a half. And let's dive into these markets. Starting to push higher, looking a little bit bullish to start this week off, to be honest. I'm going to start on a daily chart, and then we'll start to zoom in. And sure enough, we are getting what, I don't want to say I expected, but kind of what we're looking at, right? Kind of you could see, I got to be careful with my drawings here. I don't want to, make sure, let me just redo that. So we'll do squares this time. It's not even better. But nice bullish trend here. And we're starting to get that again. We had a V-shaped recovery, and now we're starting to get that bullish trend once again. I think it might be better for me just to go like this. Yeah, that might be a little bit better. And you're seeing it, right? It might not be the best price action. We're seeing some pullback, some choppy, but ultimately, guess what? Guess where we reached? Guess where we got to? We got right up to these 25,800s. I was looking for this level for a week or two, right? A week or two around this, 25,000, upper 700s, 800s. That's the level. Someone says, Santa Claus rally when? Well, so far we've been having the Santa Claus rally started basically started near the end of November. It was Thanksgiving rally is turning into the Santa Claus rally. I'm curious. Are we going to start to push all-time highs before the end of the year? That's the question. Seeing how this rate statement, what's going to happen with interest rates this week, what data we're coming up, and let's look at this. This is an hourly chart now. This is the NASDAQ on the hourly. We are making higher lows, and man, this just visually, this thing looks like it's primed for another breakout to the long side. It looks like that, right? Higher lows. We finally broke out of this major resistance that we were holding on to for a week around these upper 600s. And guess what? Once was resistance, it started to hold as support. So resistance becomes support. And it looks like price is starting to, grind higher tonight. We're up 0.13. Doesn't really mean it's not too much. But you can see we're not going down. We're not going down. We're zoomed into a 5-minute chart now, and you can see these markets are fractal. So it's the same analysis every time. We have this nice level of resistance. That's about where we're at right now in the NASDAQ. Overnight, can we break through this? And can we go test these highs? If you guys were tuning in Friday morning for fast markets, I had 2 amazing trades for fast markets on Friday morning, and I got short. I was honestly, I shorted up here, caught a nice down leg, and then funny enough, I bought down here. So I just had a great Friday where I shorted the top, bought the bottom. And usually it's the other way around where I'm getting chopped up. But yeah, here we are right in the middle. So if we maybe break out, can we see this market return back up to these mid 800s overnight, pre-market? I'd like for it to wait until tomorrow morning, and we'll see where it goes. We'll jump over to gold here in a moment. You can see tonight's price action. We open up around, 730s. We went up, tested, pulled back, made a higher low, and we are pushing higher here in the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at gold. Let's take a look at the gold. What's going on here? Anybody trading the gold tonight? Let's take a look. Same analysis. And you'll see me do that a lot. You'll see me do the same analysis on gold and the NASDAQ because it's the same technicals, same process. This is a daily chart. And honestly, I'm looking at this to be the same. It's very similar. It's right before the FOMC. Emerson, long gold, man, chat, you are all long gold. Had to make great morning so far. W gold. But yeah, you can see this is a nice level of resistance, these 4280s. 4280s, it's a zone. Like anything, it's a zone. So we're kind of consolidating, actually. We're kind of consolidating in this level. And I wonder if it's just waiting for the rate statement or the interest rate decision, which affects everything, right? It's the United States interest rate. It affects the housing market, affects quite a bit of things, and gold is one of them, to where if interest rates decrease, typically gold increases. So I'm curious if we are going to be consolidating here for another day or two, and then once the interest rate decision has been released, we'll pick a direction. If they do cut rates, maybe we see a breakout, and maybe we come up and test these all-time highs here in gold. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be something I'm eyeballing, watching. Zooming into this hourly chart, very similar to what I was referring to in the NASDAQ, maybe a higher low. Is this a higher low here in gold? Shout out to all the traders that are long. It looks tempting to me to get into a long. This is an hourly chart. I could see those longs. I am actually might be a little late to the party, but longs are looking very tempting. Man, look at that sell-off that we had during the New York session. Like, that was one decent sell-off. Let me measure that. Let's measure that one. Yeah, that was 1.5%. 1.5% of a sell-off. Tonight's price action, you can see where we opened up here, and we essentially held it, right? We held it once, higher low. Kind of still a little bit choppy. We'll see what's happening. Let's get some music going. Let's get through some hashtag slow markets. Hashtag slow markets. If you are new, shout out in the chat. Let me know if you are new. And I like to do a thing. It's called hashtag slow markets. You can tag me on the Twitter. Tag me in a trade that you're in. Tag me in your trader station. I have a few of them coming in already. And if I like it and if it's good, I'll show it here live on air. But until then, let's see if we could get some trades going. You can see I have my live account queued up and ready to go. Ready to trade this. Zoom in here. Zoom here on the 5-minute on gold. I'm going to keep an eye on gold. I'm also going to keep an eye on NASDAQ. And if you want, there's my Instagram. So whenever I'm not on air. No, I already tagged it. Yeah, you guys already got it. Double the plug. Double the plug. Watching it. Watching the gold. I'm going to bounce back and forth between NASDAQ because NASDAQ was looking for a nice breakout. I'm not opposed to getting in long here on the NASDAQ. Let me look. Let me check. We'll do a quick vibe check. Yeah, we'll look at Bitcoin because now apparently I'm a crypto bro. But let me do a quick vibe check on what's going on at this open. We have, it's a little mixed, right? There's actually we have Broadcom. Broadcom's up 2% to start. So maybe something dramatic happened over the weekend in Broadcom, which is that's about it. Apple's down 0.25%. Tesla's down 0.3. Oh look, BMNR, my crypto, it's up 4%. Friday it was down about that, so that's good. So far so good. We can take a look at here at Bitcoin because we could trade Bitcoin futures here at Topstep. Bitcoin 5-minute chart. Let me look at this. I don't trade Bitcoin other than what I just told you. I have a little bit of interest. So Bitcoin, it's the same technicals, right? We had a higher low. We're putting in these higher highs and higher lows. So my question here on the Bitcoin is this a higher low? And are we going to push up and make a run through that? Are we going to put in a higher high? I know 100,000 is a very big round number. Big round number, 100,000. So maybe we can make a run up to that if you are interested in the Bitcoins. Let's look at back to gold. Back to what we're trading. See if we're seeing any movements in gold or in. I'm gonna focus on the NASDAQ. It's a little more primed. I'm gonna get into a couple micros here. I like that setup. I'm gonna give enough room for a stop, but let me go through what I was reading. You guys, if you missed it at the very, very beginning, I did a top-down analysis here on the NASDAQ. This is micro NASDAQ, but you can see higher low. Here's another higher low. I'm looking for this to be put in for another higher low. And we're testing up against the session highs, which is going to be these 770s. So this will be a play for a break of those 770s. See if we could break through that. And as we technically so far, it's a higher low. So I don't mind putting on a little bit of risk there. A little bit of risk. Wide stop. That's not too much. I'm risking $90. $90. It's a little bit slow. I might even add to this if we continue some good market structure. So while we're doing that, let's get some questions. Let me know in the chat what questions you have, and while you type those in, let's take a look at some of these trader stations. Look at this one. Governor FOMO, ready for the week? Are we going to all-time highs on this Santa rally? Man, that is a trader command station if I've ever seen one. You got the Topstep hat. You got, man, that's pretty sick. I like that. Yeah, that is. There's some eye candy for you. I gotta post this one. Yeah, that's a sick one. It is. There's some good setups. You guys have some really great setups. What kind of computer and monitor do you have now? Honestly, I built this PC myself, and I couldn't tell you what it is. I would have to go back. It's been 3 years. It's been 3 years since I built my computer. But this is a monitor. It's Alienware. This one's a Samsung. I have 4 of them. 2 Samsungs and 2. If you follow me on Instagram, there's a video of it. Someone says gold dropping. Well, I'm in a NASDAQ trade, so I'm going to focus on this. Hops says, Coach Dakota, I got $10,000 in payouts. How can I get a Topstep hat? Go ahead and submit your request to the support team, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. What? Where are you sleeping? I'm not sure what that. What kind of question is that? The more screens, the more profitable, right? Is that what it is? Most screens, more money. That's how it works. Grade your trade. Grade your trade, Martin. Grade my trade. Let's see. Grade your trade. Shall we grade this trade together? Chat. Let's grade it together. From a 1 through 10. All right, I'm trying to understand this one. Let's see. It looks like you're long. You're long from 765, so about the direction I'm on. You got your stop loss. I hope I'm reading this right. Yeah, you got your stop loss 50s. Yeah, there's a stop. Yeah, see? There's a stop. You might need 2 more, right? You're long 2. Your stop is 2. And these probably have the bracket orders, right? I'm assuming this has a bracket order. These 2 have bracket orders. Just make sure that you have, because you would essentially be long 4 contracts, right? You're long 2. If the market drops, you'll be long 3 and then long 4. So just make sure you have your 4 as a stop loss. Your stop loss is at 740. Let me see where we're at here. About where I'm at right there. So I would give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. And the reason why I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 and not a 10 out of 10 is because you're going to be adding to your position as it goes against you. But you have your risk there. I mean, if this market just goes straight up, right? And I don't mind it. There's so many ways to trade this market. But if this market goes up and it hits your take profit, amazing trade, right? You hit your take profit on 2 contracts. But if it does go against you and you're wrong, you hit your stop loss on 4 contracts. Now, it's not the full thing. And I don't understand your strategy exactly. But I like the direction. I like that direction. Right direction. It's a good trade. If it follows your process, then it's a 10 out of 10, right? If it follows your process. Here's another one. Hello, December. Up $2,000. Is that for tonight? Hashtag slow markets. Nice work. Nice work. In the live account. In the live account. Consistency is much more important than big days. Consistency is more important than big days. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the gold. You guys were saying gold short. Gold is starting to sell off. I'm happy I didn't pay attention to gold. It's been in a consolidation. Look at this range. Chop, rangy. This is a 5-minute chart. Maybe there's an opportunity to buy it if we come down to these 4,200 evens. 4,200, big round number. Right before the interest rate decision, and we are just chopping around. It's hard for me. I like the longs, but it's a matter of managing your risk, right? When did I spar? You can't see it, can you? I was told it doesn't look so bad. I have a black eye, but I've tried to hide it. And then not very fat lip, but just red. It's cut. It's my eye. Okay, come on. Come on, it's not that bad. Okay. Heavyweights are a different. I've been starting to spar heavyweights, and it's a lot different. Okay, it feels like you're getting hit with a dang truck. It's like a truck. Right? Just yeah, it's really different. And then thankfully, both my eyes aren't black because my nose is just super sensitive. I'm lucky I didn't break it, to be honest. Yeah, no means no. Yeah, I'm lucky I didn't break it. All right, it's swollen. It's very, very sensitive to the touch, but I could breathe okay. It's both. Moving up in weight classes. It's not like I'm moving up like from 170 to 180 or 180 to 190. I'm going from 185 to 220s, which is insane. Do the headgear that protects your nose. It doesn't really matter too much. Honestly, in my opinion, and from what I've worked with others, boxing headgear is really just prevent scratches. It's there to prevent scratches. My vision, yeah, I don't like the headgear that's like that. I feel like it's just in my way. Let's get back to this NASDAQ. Kind of hanging out here. I'm gonna go ahead and enter into. I'm gonna get into two more right here. Two more for the breakout. Yeah. Hey, the NASDAQ hits harder. The NASDAQ hits harder. The NASDAQ hits where it hurts. My bank account. All right, NASDAQ. Let's get this. Let's get this break through these 70s. Yeah, triple Qs is the heavyweight. Yeah, we're fighting the micros right here. All right, new session highs. Let's see if we get that push. Let's see if this is a breakout or a fake out. Someone says you should see the other guy. No, the other guy, nothing, man. It was light work for him. I'd like to be able to say, yeah, you should see the other guy, but no. I touched him, but not. I couldn't. Yeah, zero damage. Zero damage. All right, this is a slow breakout if I've ever seen one. Let's go. Let's get through these 70s. And I'm going to change up this music because that's just not it. It was like -2 HP, not just 1. Yeah. Yes. Slow market today. It's Sunday night. Slow markets. We're watching it. We're watching the NASDAQ. I'm in the long NASDAQ. And then we'll take a look at gold. Gold is not doing too much. We had a little bit of a sell-off there, but still not much. Now, here's something that... Okay. I'm going to go over this once. But remember, there's our risk disclosure. I want to make sure we understand this. Because you hear a lot of people talk about when volatility increases, you want to scale down and widen your stop, right? We want to scale down, so lower your size and widen your stop. We talk about that a lot. We talk about it almost every day in high volatility. Now, the opposite's true, right? When volatility is small or lower or reduced, you can increase your size and reduce your stop, right? So typically you'll see me in 1, 2, 3, like maybe very rarely you see me in 4 micros during high extreme volatility time, 4 contracts, and I'm still only risking 26 points, right? If this was during a high volatile time, this is going to be more of like a 40-point stop. Like that's about 40 points if it was very volatile and depending on how large these candlesticks are. So just understand it's not you have to understand both can be true, right? You decrease your size when volatility is high. You can also increase your size when volatility is low, but understand it's all about the risk. It should all be evolved around the risk. How much are you risking per trade? Right now, if this just went straight down, it'll be a $200 loss. $200 loss. And I'm not expecting, I'm not expecting smooth price action because we've seen a lot of chop last week. So I'm going to expect more chop because we have FOMC. We have the rate decision on Wednesday. So I'm kind of expecting chop today, tomorrow, or tonight, tomorrow, until that rate decision or something else dramatically happens. So I am going into this week, the beginning of this week, expecting some choppy price action. Full send Santa Claus long. I wouldn't full send Santa Claus long here. Full send the Santa. Full send the Santa. Let's see what we got. We got some more. We got some more coming in. Here we got another one. Here's another one. Whoop. That's how you do it. Took the payout on Topstep funded. Other XFA should be ready for payout Tuesday night. Great work. Great work. See? And the payout, it doesn't need to be big. Consistency. Consistency. Yeah. Oh, man. Someone could just make a living clipping slow markets. You just clip like half the stuff I say during slow markets. Someone says NQ's bearish. What's bearish about NQ right now? We just tapped session highs and maybe we could get a pullback. Are you looking at a high time frame? What time frame are you looking at? If you're gonna, I highly recommend if you go into a YouTube chat and just say, this market's bearish, this market's bullish, means nothing. You need context behind it, like this 5-minute time frame or this or that. Do some context, because when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at long, right? So obviously you see I'm biased, and we just tap session highs. Someone says Dakota is paid to place small trades on live stream and he inverses it on his personal account. Well, if there was a reward for dumbest comments, that one took the cake tonight. This is to demonstrate consistency and taking payouts. Why would I inverse my trades? I have 13 winning days in a row in this account. That'd be kind of silly, right? Yeah, without context. Can we get an update on Bitmine? Bitmine is at $35.25. So Friday it was down like 6%. Today it's, tonight it's up. So we'll see. I bought it when it was at $29 and then $30. $29 a share, then $30 a share. Then I added more at 31. And I've added a bit. I have 8,000 shares now, and it's at $35 a share. But it's volatile. It's volatile. I think anything in the crypto world is going to be volatile. And you need to understand that as a trader or someone who wants to put money at risk. You need to understand the market you're putting your money at risk at, right? What's the volatility? What's your expectations? What's your risk? What's your reward? Understand the market. Lonnie. No, anyway, we're not going to pick on the Bear fans, okay? They need the rest of the night to recover. All the Chicago Bear fans, they need the rest of the next 24 hours to recover. That's not my entire profile. I shouldn't have. Yeah, I won't talk quantities or dollar amounts going forward. That's shouldn't be right. All right, we tagged session highs, and we're just chopping around these 60s. Let's take a look at gold. We'll take a look at gold here. Gold, finding some buyers stepping in at this level. I still don't like it very much. They could go either way. Either way here on gold. Not the best price action in either of these markets. Either market, not the best so far. We're not seeing much. I don't understand that one, Lonnie. What about the Chicago Bulls? Are they still a professional sports team? What about it? All right, seeing a little bit, man. That was, we're seeing a little bit of volatility in. Yeah. Let's get some more of these hashtag slow markets. Let's change it. Let's change the vibe. Let's hashtag slow markets. Oh, I get you. I got that one. We're dropping bombs on Chicago. Let's see if we can get back up to these session highs. It's ugly chop. Oh, I have it on repeat. Sorry. Yeah, I had that song on repeat. NQ's looking choppy. And I still like these longs. Let's see if we can get it. You love me, bro? Appreciate you. Here we go. Session highs. That one's for the Bears. Oh, you guys can't hear the music. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm over here jamming out to the music, and you guys can't hear it. You can hear it now. You can hear the music now. There we go. What's my target? Well, I'm probably gonna look for these 90s right here for a runner. See if a runner can come up and hit that. Let's see. But I'm gonna scale out of this. I'll take what the market could give me if we do. It's not much of a breakout because we tapped session highs and pulled back. We tapped session highs again. We're pulling back. So there's not a lot of momentum tonight. Probably a lot of market participants waiting to see what goes on with the rate decision on Wednesday. Finally, music. Hey, I had music the whole entire time. You guys just were not listening to it. We were jamming out here. It was a party of one. Can I go over to... Yeah, I'll make you a deal. If we get to 500 likes tonight, I'll go over Friday's 3-bar reversals. I'll go over Friday's 3-bar reversal if we get 500. That's one of my lowest goals that I gave you guys. Usually it's 700. But why not? Why not? I'll go over Friday's trades. They were good. Just little like button. Hit the little like button. What's a 3-bar reversal? Whatever, Bernie. I know you know. I know you know. I know. My black eyes got me a little. I had a crazy weekend. All right, it was like the Hangover movies. I have all my teeth. Just a little bit of a black eye and a fat lip. God, is it really that bad? Three bar for the win. If we get to 1,000, can we see the calendar? What calendar? It's not that bad. Pretty Lily, I got into a fight. And they were beasts. Everything looks bigger on TV. Yeah. It's not that bad. Come on. Is a 3-punch reversal. There's a straight right hand into my face is what did it. Oh, show the winning streak calendar. Do I think Paul stands a chance against Joshua? Nah. Maybe. Yeah, I blocked a punch with my face. Yeah, the heavyweight 220s plus is different. Put some makeup on it if I go on a date. Nah, it's more manly. No makeup. God, no, it's called a block. It's called a block with my face. Do you think we're in a super cycle? If you explain to me what super cycle is and what you're referring to. Yeah, it's hard sparring. Hard sparring. I got beat up pretty bad. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I got beat up pretty bad. I showed once on Friday, or yeah, Thursday night, and then again, yeah, I'm moving up in weights. No, I'm 180s, but I'm sparring 220s. This is not fun. It's not fun getting beat up. But I guess that's how you learn. This market is choppy and slow. This market is choppy and slow. But you know what hurts more than the eye is my forearm. Just like the markets. Yeah, Ken, yeah, that's my take on it. Basically an extended bull run. Yeah, I think we're seeing that. I think we're seeing it. It depends on what market you're referring to. I think something like Apple, and maybe Google is in the middle of an extended bull run. I wouldn't say the markets overall, maybe. That's why we call it slow markets. Yeah, we're just hanging out at these 760s. We tagged session highs twice since I've been long. Chenna says, am I going to spar Trader Kane? I put the offer out there. It's been quiet, so I don't know. I offered it. And it's... If not, that's okay. I had no hard feelings. He's a great trader. What's my IG? I posted it here. Tune in. And let's get some more of those hashtag slow markets. I'll go through it. There, hashtag slow markets. Just tag me on Twitter. We'll get through some while this price action is a little slow tonight. And ask me questions about trading. Come on. Ask me some questions about trading. Some good ones. How long it take you to get profitable in my career? So, I don't know the exact time it took me. I started trading, at least I started researching and learning about trading in like junior high and high school. And in college is when I started to take it a lot more serious. And between college, a part-time job, there's a lot of work with college and a part-time job. I didn't have a lot of time, and so this is the time I would trade, or I'd place trades and let them run overnight. and that's what got me in. That's where most of my trading came from. And then, you know, stocks, options. Oh, I would say a good 5 years, to where I felt a good 5 years until I felt confident I could quit my job. Hopefully that answers. So 5 years of dedication with college and a part-time job until I felt that level of confidence. I was able to save up enough money, have a big enough account to say, okay, I'm going to trade for full-time. Series 3? Yeah, actually, I got it right here. Yeah, I need to talk about this a little bit more, huh? I got my Series 3. Yeah, right there. My Series 3. Look, that has my name and then not all the information on it. I also have my Series 30. My Series 30. So, there you go. Yeah, that was fun. I got those last year. I got them October of last year. To show you that not only do I walk the walk, I can talk the talk, walk the walk, and yeah. Yeah, they're not required. It's not required. It's about futures. Like, it's, yeah. NFA, not financial advice paper. Yeah, it does not help you become a better trader. But I really enjoyed learning more in depth about the futures markets. We are not going anywhere here, chat. Nowhere on the NASDAQ. What's the gold doing before? Gold's just going sideways as well. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin. We are not doing much on Bitcoin. Is this a pullback here? Do we have a breakout, a pullback? Are we going to see continuation? Maybe. And not much going on. Market has done nothing. But we are green on the screen. Green on the screen. That's what matters. Let's see if we get that breakout now. We got 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Let's get it. Let's see if we could gain that momentum. The Momo. Coach Dakota, could you help, please? Yeah, it's spelled D-A-K-O-T-A. What else did you need help with? Random Series 3 question. What do you mean? All right, here we go back up to these 72s. Let's get 72s. Let's get through this. Is it hard to pass? I think it depends. I've been trading for over 15 years, so a lot of that knowledge, I understood it. A lot of it's math, and probably the hardest one for people is common sense. But it's two parts. There's the trading part, and then the regulations. I think the regulations was harder. I understood the trading, I understood the math, but there was the regulation side where you basically memorize laws and rules. Did I ever cry from trading? Yes, definitely. I've cried from trading. All right, let's get through these 70s. All right, new session highs again. Okay. So far we're in the right direction. What's my advice for somebody with a first account? If this is your first account or you're new into trading, my best advice is to use a small size and take it slow. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Look at it as like going to college, right? Don't expect to go to college, get a degree in a month. Take your time. Be patient. Don't overcomplicate it. Yeah, if you have not cried in trading, then you haven't really traded. Or maybe you haven't traded a personal account, right? Prop firms are a much easier way to get introduced to trading because you risk a lot less, right? But in a personal account, oh man, NASDAQ, that's make you emotional. The NASDAQ has done it to me. Oversizing. Too big a size. If you haven't cried, you haven't followed the Bears. Chicago Bears. Here we go. Here's that breakout I'm looking for. Let's get the momentum. We're going. All right, I'm going to take one off right there at 7,777s. I'm going to tighten the stop loss up now. There we go. I'll take another one off right there at 79. Oh yeah, the NASDAQ has definitely made many grown men cry. All right, well, so far so good. Let's see if this breakout could continue. That's what we was looking for. Looks like I might get those 90s. We'll see. We need to see this market hold above the 70s. And have it not be a fake out, right? Aventura, what's up? I revenge traded for about a month. I've been through plenty of cycles going through revenge trading. If you're not tuning in, just hit that like button. Someone says, please could you help Dakota? I already tried to help you once. It's Dakota with a K. And you failed to do that. Yeah, we need to get through these 780s first. Okay, that 5-minute candlestick right there, it closed above. So far so good. We're starting to find some buyers step in. Yeah, it's Dakota. Hey, a smart ass. Hey, you know, I'm just not gonna say anything right there. No comment. No comment from me. This music is making it slow markets before. How about this music? We'll change the pace up. Let's make a run of the markets one more time. Let's take a look at gold. We're starting to find buyers step in, right? So we held this level. So do we get a leg higher here on gold? So far, not too bad. I'm hesitant on that one. We've been monitoring the Bitcoin, and yeah, it's very similar to gold. But we're in the NASDAQ, and I'm happy. I'm happy. This has been the only trade there has been so far for me tonight, and that I've seen. And let's go ahead and lock in a green day. So far. Mr. Worldwide. We need some Latin music. This is a good beat. Yeah, this is a good beat. This is day 14 of green. And I'm just doing it all in front of everybody. Doing it all in front of everybody. Showing my executions. Showing my analysis. Showing my trade. Start from finish. And the execution. Not just churning and burning through combines that are comped. I gotta take my jabs while I can. Now let's see. I want to see this. This should hold this support. These 74s. See, now here's my question to that one trader. Why would I fade myself? I never fade myself. Never. Oh, here's the jam. Here's the music. Show your desktop setup. Well, I did. And if you go over to my Instagram, right here, right? That's I put the link in the chat. So I just copy this. I put it right there in the chat. And it's right here somewhere. See? There's my setup. This is exactly my setup. There you guys. See what I'm looking at? There's you guys, the chat. There's the computer I built. This is exactly how I have my setup. It's right now. And then I read off Trading for Dummies. That was a joke, just so everybody knows. See? OBS. There's where I'm reading. That's exactly my setup. And I trade off one screen, which is right here. You guys see this? It looks exactly like mine. Yeah, I'll write a book. My book would be, it depends. That would be half the book. You don't need 4 monitors. Yeah, and the funny thing is, I only use one monitor for trading. The other is managing everything else. Where are we taking profits? Well, you take profits based off your own strategy. This song's a little too slow. All chip, no dip. All chip, no dip. Yeah, this market's all chip. Oh, no, there's a little bit of dip. There's some dip. There's a nice. Oh, there we go. I'll take another one. I'll take another one. I'll take 82. Have a runner. It's beautiful. Technical analysis is such a beautiful thing that I really do try and show everybody here in slow markets. Now, you're not going to see these markets exactly like the way I do. That would be incorrect. Everyone's going to see these markets differently. But I really am trying to help you guys, everybody that shows up, that's willing to come to slow markets, ask questions. Yeah, I could have done this in minis, right? And it'd be the same thing if I was in 4 minis instead of making $69 realized. It would be 690. If it was 10 minis, then it would be 6,090. It's just a matter of scale, but the process is exactly the same. The analysis is the same, and it's the same thing every single night. It's very repetitive, right? Who's been following me since I started slow markets? What, over almost 2 years ago, right? And everyone who started following me at the very beginning, I guarantee you've seen the same things since day one, right? Maybe small adjustments depending on market conditions, but it really is the same thing, and it's very repetitive and can be very boring at times. And there's no secret sauce. There's no in-depth concept. It's just risk management at the end of the day. Yeah, you can confirm all that. Same process. Same process. You've been here since the beginning. Appreciate you. Yeah, yeah. It's hard to do though. That's what makes it hard. That's part of what makes it hard. Is not a lot of people could just show up every day and do the exact same thing because it's tempting, right? It's tempting to increase your size. It's tempting to go for those big trades. Greed and fear made you a better trade. Good. Awesome. That's the goal. Let's see how this one plays out, and we'll call it good. Fresh haircut? No. No fresh haircut. This might be it. This is it. That's it. And I think that's where we're going to end it, everybody. That is where we are going to end it. It was a good one. It was a good one tonight. Let's double check the schedule here in a second. Did you learn anything? That's the question. That is the true question. Did you learn anything? And what would you want to know different? Good trade. Good trade. What we do. Green on the screen. Can spot him. That's what matters at the end of the day. Following your process. Now, I will be on tomorrow morning for Fast Markets. Me and Braden and I, we're going to be chopping it up Monday, Tuesday. Of course, Wednesday's the big day. Wednesday is the big day. Big watch party. Be excited. I know I am. No, it's actually, I lied. It's going to be me and Chike. Chike and I. I'm going to be on with Chike. And then Wednesday's the FOMC watch party. So, correction. Me, Chike, Hogue, Jack, and Andre. Wonder how Jack and Andre is going to be feeling. Jack, Andre, and Hogue. JD. Go Pack, go. Go Green Bay. Go Green Bay. You're going to need... Hopefully they're recovering. Hopefully they're fully recovered by tomorrow. After that Bears loss. Take care, everybody. And I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning, if not tomorrow night, with my man, Coach J. Bye.